It just so happens that there is another superior product that comes into the market at the same time, which is not yours. Competition comes in, who have preempted something, and they come into the market just a month before, and you lose out on that. So there are many reasons, but I tend to forget all the campaigns that haven't worked, and I try to remember the ones that did work and why they work.
Right. Just you took the name of that wizard Alik, Mr. Alik Padamsi, and whatever copy he wrote, that some complexion just grow.
That was movies. Another thing, which again a question of complexion. You all know Fair and Lovely, do you? Fair and Lovely is an extremely popular product. Now, of course, it is not just in trying to make you fair, but also to actually act as a sunscreen. Because what is really the danger of today is the ozone layer tearing and you getting a lot of ultraviolet and infrared rays. But when that campaign was launched in 1978, the first, for a year or so, we were working on this wonderful line, which we were very pleased with. It's like adding milk to your complexion. Isn't it a beautiful poetic line? It's like adding milk to your complexion, which means if you have a cup of tea and you add milk to it, it slowly becomes fairer and fairer until it almost becomes your skin color. So it's as gentle as adding milk to your tea. So it's like adding milk to your complexion. And we thought, oh God, we've really got the hit line. Nothing can beat this. 2 years of research. The product, incidentally, was loved. But when we actually came down to communication and advertising, they said, look, we like the product. We know what it's doing. But what is this adding milk to your complexion? So one day, do you think the product will make us leucodermics? I mean, will it become so fair that we'll all become white? Or do you think we'll start looking like albinos? So we had to say, no, my dear, it's just a process with niacinamide and vitamin A and D, which actually helps your melanophores to contract, as a result of which your melanin does not disperse. So it is controlling your darkness. It is not making you a leucodermic. So for that, we had to say, makes you fairer, day by day, gently, like nature. So therefore, creativity is absolutely useless unless it has relevance, both in terms of knowledge, understanding, credibility, and more than that, I would always say, it has to be completely honest with science. You cannot take any liberties, you cannot lie, you cannot even exaggerate. You can visually try and dramatize something, but you cannot lie. And especially if there is a product which has got niacinamide, vitamin D, they're all basically biochemicals. So you cannot try and push something forth which brings about a question mark in the minds of the consumer.
Yeah, right, sir. There has been a great journey from management trainee, copywriter, creative director, and the director of the movie. Which particular role did you like the most?
I didn't direct a film. I wrote 3 films. Okay. I wouldn't want to become a director of a film at all because he's really the donkey of all trades. Because though the medium is his, can you imagine, going out in the sun and asking 50 people to do your bidding and screaming at somebody, and the cameraman is saying, this is not the right angle, and the soundman is saying, I can't hear a thing, and the light people are saying, no, this is not good. No. I'd rather sit in an AC room, write a lovely script, give all the bloody details, and make them work. So of all the things that I love doing the most, I still love being a photographer because then I am the director, I am the costume director, I am the makeup supervisor, I am the choreographer, and I'm also the cameraman, and therefore I make everybody dance. And it's a one-man show who makes other people dance. So I like being a photographer the most.
Thank you.
सरांनी आता जे विचारलं त्याच्यामध्ये सखीचा उल्लेख आवर्जून होणं मला वाटतं महत्त्वाचं आहे एक पटकथाकार म्हणून.
Sakhi came at a very late stage, actually. Just came 3 years ago, and somebody just said, would you direct a film? I said, no, never, not on my life. So, we don't even have good subjects. I said, no, that I'll give you. And that was a subject about, it's very strange, it's a really, it's a film on relationships. Have any of you seen it? It just came over 2 years ago. But if you're not really Pune based, then probably you didn't know. It's a Marathi film, and basically it was just to show a relationship between a 54 or 55-year-old man and a 30-year-old woman, which had no sexual connotations at all, because both of them needed each other for various reasons. She needed a support, and he needed somebody as company, and as a result of which they do good for each other. And when the time comes, the lady is free to go, and it's really without any strings attached or without any rancor. What was wonderful is the way the people accepted a subject like this, because that, and really, if you were to consider, 99% of all your relationships are really platonic, except the relationship that you have with your partner. Almost all your relationships are completely platonic. So why are films not being made on platonic relationships, of which there are so many? People work in banks for 30 and 35 years. They don't even call themselves by their first name. They call themselves by their surnames or by a pet name. They may not even have gone to each other's homes, but yet they are really the confidants of people. So why aren't subjects like those taken? So we took a subject like that, and it was highly appreciated, which I must say speaks volumes for the community and speaks volumes